Danny Myers. Okay. Teddy French.
Had to change a couple settings to get right back to it, man. Yeah, so here we go. Hold on. Sitting in my room, zoning out till a ghost appears. I'm from a hood where ex-war vets toasting beers. Danny Myers got the West Coast and the coast. Yeah, we back. Okay, so Halloween Scream stream 30 Days and Night review. This movie was actually a classic to me. I want to know y'all feelings and y'all thoughts about this one. You know, I really think this one was really dope. Traumatose. Man, Trauma, I gotta talk to you. Like, I have to talk to you. So I will be calling you right after this. Like, I gotta talk to you, brothers. You know. Anyway, this is where I met my man Trauma, right here on these the Halloween reviews, man. So again, shout out to everybody that pulled up for the Carrie joint last night. Yeah, Carrie again. My man Mars came to some dope little hypothesis or some theories on that. And you know, we because I was like, just real brief. Magnique was good. I just said it was solid. So anyway, the Carrie recap real fast. So I was like, yo, the Carrie film was just really a metaphor about somebody being bullied, psychologically traumatized, just held below her standards, and it eventually erupted into a moment of rage. And of course, she has supernatural abilities. And so I was thinking, like, all right, Carrie was the victim the whole time, and her mother was the villain. But then Mars kind of flipped all of that on its head by saying, what if Carrie got her powers through dark means? Like i.e. devil worship or something like that. Like, what if she got her powers through that? Because the movie kind of never really explained how Carrie got her powers in the first place. And so he said, what if her mother was treating her like that the whole time because her mother knew that she actually was evil? She knew that her daughter Carrie was evil. So what? Again, this is just a theory, and I like doing film theory. So that's that's what we do here. But that go watch that video. It's right here on the channel. But right now we getting into 30 Days a Night, and yo, my man Trauma is in Alaska. He's in Alaska. He's not in Barrow, Alaska, where this film took place, but he's in Alaska nonetheless. Yo, Trauma might be in trouble. Where the vampires at, man? Where the vampires? Hold on. So let me get into this 30 Days a Night joint real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I'll pull it up on the screen. Yeah, shout out to, he said plot twist. Plot twist. That's a fact though. Hold on. Keep hitting the wrong button. Yeah, so I will be in Buffalo this weekend. It's gonna be a dope card. My man Steams, Luke Castro, we all gonna be in Buffalo doing what we do best as far as putting these bars together. So 30 Days of Night, it says, is a 2007 American horror film based on a 2002 comic book miniseries. I didn't know it was a comic book, so again, I'm gonna have to look into that. Film was directed by David Slade. It stars Josh Hartnett and Melissa George. The story focuses on an Alaskan town beset by vampires as it enters its 30-day-long polar night. All right, so Trauma, you already know all about that. In fact, just a matter of fact, you could just join on. You could join the stream. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'll just put I got you. You know, y'all know about. Say the code. About the code right here, the copy. So join on here, brother. There we go. Yeah, you know more about Alaska, and obviously, I mean, so the film was okay. 30 Days a Night was originally conceived as a comic book, then as a film. Writer Steve Niles later showed IDW Publishing the idea, and the comic book was published. So he basically brought them a comic book, say, yo, y'all check this out. I think it's dope. And they was like, you know what? That would make a great film. Bam, greenlit. The film was released October 19, 2007 to mixed critical reviews and grossed 76 million against a budget of 30 million. Its success resulted in a franchise, including a 2 television miniseries, Blood Trails and Dust to Dust, and a sequel film. So I need to really check out these miniseries because that sequel, Dark Days, was not it, as they say. Let me hold on, I got you, Trauma. Yo, there we go.
Bar God, was good, was good.
Man, yo, miss you, bro. Miss you, man. Yeah, we got to catch up, man. We got to catch up. Talk to me. What 30 days a night, man? What's going on, man? What's going on?
So,
Verb and Nitty and Verb and Jada Nightwing. Realistically, Verb can win both of those battles. Like realistically, we'll get into you know what, those are very, very, very good battles in terms of the pin goes. So we'll might have to just do a breakdown on that. But I like those. Yeah, Trauma, what's up though?
Man, chilling. I'm over at the studio right now.
What y'all putting some music down?
Yeah, they recording right now. I'm just here. Just here.
Oh, you just that you the support. You not doing nothing tonight?
Not right now. Probably in a little bit though.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you gotta send me some of the newest music.
Man, I got Heat and our albums done. We just gotta get it mixed down. So
right.
I sent you some joints from there, and then I'm working on my album too.
Solo project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get back to the 30 days a night real quick, man. Salute to you. You know, this is where we met on a Halloween joint. So
that's a fact. 3 years ago yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, my man Loso BX. Salute Loso. Salute, my man. What's the word, family? That's my brother too. Yo, so this movie made me afraid of going to Alaska before I ever went there. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you. I went to Alaska because of you. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of people don't realize that movie's is loosely based on true events. Even though it came from a comic book, the comic book was also inspired loosely by true events up here.
Oh,
because so many people disappear, like, and just vanish. Yeah, so they use that as like the ideology for 30 days a night.
Damn.
Hey, yo, Trump, salute, and Maya, salute.
Yo, salute.
I want to let y'all brothers know, like, I'm a little under the weather, but
yeah, I know. I know you're getting better though.
In like a day or two, I'm gonna be on this heavy, man. You already know. You heard?
That's right. That's right, bro. I can't wait till you get better, man. Get well, bro. Like I know you go.
I'm almost there. You heard?
Yeah. We streaming tonight. We just gonna briefly talk about the 30 days a night, some vampire flicks. We be back on Monday. So Monday, you should be good by Monday night.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be good. You heard?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the chat with it, but God bless y'all. You heard?
Salute.
For sure, homie. For sure. So again, yeah, shout out to my man Loso BX, man. He'll be all right. He'll be right back on his stream soon. Yo, Trauma, what like you saying this was like based on some events that happened in Alaska?
Like a bunch of the disappearances with people like Alaska, I think, but I don't even know what it is. I think like just alone in Alaska, we got like 20 times the rest of the national amount of missing people, like up here.
And I think they've done I think it's called the Missing 411. I think it was like a documentary on that.
So what they say is like hold on. It's like something like 1 in every 1,000 people goes missing up here. It's crazy.
I know you told me that some years back, man. We might have to actually do a whole little show on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, pretty soon. Oh man, listen. He said, "Hey, they mentioned that on the Fourth Kind movie. That, hey, yo, that movie was one of the last films that actually had me scared, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Fourth Kind. Why does two of my favorite films come from Alaska, or based in Alaska? Scary. The Fourth Kind was one of the craziest alien flicks you can see, and the 30 Days a Night to me is the greatest vampire movie ever. You can compare it to the Lost Boys. I don't know, maybe Bram Stoker's Dracula, but they really don't compare in terms of atmosphere and fright.
Man, look, the reason why these movies up here be like crazy is because, like, bro, it's like nothing but wilderness up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I think like 80% of Alaska is still nothing but like wild, like outdoors. You know what I mean? So you don't know what's out there. So like it's just kind of makes it.
It's scary. It's like unknown shit that really go on up there, man. Like, so when you saying people come up missing, it's like, what is there, like a serial killer? Like what? No, like no.
There's those two
disappearances. You understand? Like, this is like, when you say disappearances, this is like people were literally coming up missing, never seen again, never heard from again, and it's like.
You'll hear stories of people like up here. Like, I've never experienced it, but you know, like some of the older heads up here and stuff, like every once in a while you'll hear a story where they be like, man, I was walking down the street with my friend. We were having a conversation. We were leaving the bar. And he was talking and it just got quiet. And I turned around, looked, and he was gone. Like footprints just stopped right there.
Right.
Like just vanished. Never seen again.
Wow. Yeah, we definitely gotta do a show on that. Cassium Cruz, I don't know if I said your name right. He said home to Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn was a good vampire film as well. That's actually a classic as well. Trauma, you know any he said, yeah, that's a fact. They said it on Fourth Kind for a reason. Damn, yo, that just even you mentioning that movie right there, just it give me the chills, bro. Like, that movie really is something crazy. He said I was too young watching that movie. So anyway, let me so go ahead. Let me see what are like your top 3 vampire or Dracula movies.
I like 30 Days a Night. Interview with the Vampire was crazy too.
Yeah. That was classic. I've seen all of them.
I'm trying to think for a third one.
I wouldn't go ahead.
I was gonna say, does Nosferatu count?
Yeah, of course. He's a Dracula, yeah. The town right here says the town of Barrow, Alaska is preparing for its annual period of the winter with a month-long polar night. And as the town gets ready, a stranger arrives from a large ship and sabotages the town's communications and transports. Barrow Sheriff Eben Olison investigates and learns that his estranged wife, Stella, missed the last plane out of town and must stay for 30 days.
So you gotta keep in mind, like, part of what makes like that movie scary is there's a bunch of villages up here. And like Barrow's considered like a bigger village.
Right.
And like in the villages, like, but like the next town could be like hundreds of miles. You know what I mean? So
right,
like you just out in the middle of nowhere. Even if you called for help, it's gonna take hours and hours before help can even get to you.
That's crazy. Yeah, because you told me like Alaska got a lot of places where you got to reach by helicopter or plane.
You
gotta fly into certain towns. Like, there's like not accessible through vehicles, through the road. There's no roads. You gotta be flown. That's scary in itself. Like, that's like so if I'm there, I can't get out of that place unless I fly out or be airlifted or some other means like that. But that's already scary. I'm already stuck in this place in Alaska. Like, Alaska's a very mysterious place, man. It's because, like you said, it's not really much known about the geographical landscape I mean, there might be still unexplored parts of, and it's the largest state, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's the largest state. So this is obviously the biggest landmass in the United States, North America, and it's just so much land and unknown parts that it's like, well, yeah, they mentioned in some dope movies. They mentioned Blade. I wouldn't consider Blade in the horror like that in Underworld, and those are good because they're like really good action films, not necessarily horror. So I wouldn't consider Blade or Underworld, even though they was dope movies by themselves. Dust Till Dawn was a great one. Nosferatu was a little boring, but a classic. It was though. I just seen the newest joint. So, what have you been to Barrow? Would you go there? Oh, you hold on. You on mute. You muted.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. You good.
I've never been to Barrow. Look, all them movies and whatnot. I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere I can't drive out of.
Yo, I wonder. I gotta get an interview with somebody who lives in Barrow. So you go on and hook that up, man. Go on and find somebody. Tell them that we got to get them on the stream one day. I want to talk to somebody who's from there and how they feel about this film 30 Days a Night being based in their town. And did that make people uneasy, or did that make people say, "Damn, like of all places, why would they pick our town to do like this movie on?" Is there like some type of truth to this shit or what? You know, like how do they feel about it?
Barrow is one of the places that has like a large population. Like compared to like the population in Barrow, like a lot of people go missing there.
Damn.
Like a lot. Like there, Nome, Bethel, just a bunch of different, like, I don't know what it is about these smaller places up here, but
you said, like, well, it's the perfect place for vampires. that's a fact. Right. It's dark, right?
Like vampire lore, right? It's always Louisiana and Alaska. They're always mentioned. Always.
That's crazy as hell, man. So yeah, for sure. He said, think about it, 30 Days of Darkness, vampires hunt. And that is a fact.
Perfect.
That's a fact. Yeah, real talk though.
Yeah, if I were going to be a vampire, I would definitely be up here.
Yeah, for sure. You got 30 Days a Night. Anyway, Josh Hartnett played a dope role. The one thing I like about this movie is the vampires themselves. They were the actual star of the show. So you know, even though you had Josh Hartnett, who a lot of the ladies like, you know what I'm saying, he's a heartthrob. You had Melissa George in the film, a couple other actors. The vampires were the actual, like, this is one of the films where like the main character is actually the main character. You know what I'm saying? So it's based on vampires. And so the leader, as a matter of fact, what was his name? The leader, he was well done. The woman, the female vampire, she was man, let's see. That night, a band of vampires led by Marlowe, that was his name, attacks and slaughters most of the town people, including Eben's grandmother Helen, forcing Eben, his wife, and brother, and 7 other survivors to take shelter in a boarded up house with a hidden attic. Yeah, so we seen a movie, man. Listen, the female vampire was absolutely horrifying, and I'll never forget the overhead shot. I'll never forget the overhead shot when they, you know, shot the overhead cam and they just showed all the vampires in the snow, and all you see is just people screaming and running and fires going off and blood-stained snow. And I was like, yo, this is a hopeless situation. You know what I'm saying? But man, yo, old school Tony Carter, man, what's good? Salute. You know what I mean? Yeah. That scene was well executed. And if you're in that situation, if you're in Barrow or anywhere in Alaska, and it's dark as hell, and your village is being overrun by vampires who have superhuman strength. It's like, what the hell can you do? Because there's no sunlight to fight them. And at the end, yo, a true manslaughter. That's you got bars tonight, Cruz. You got bars. Yeah, that's a fact though. Yeah,
I like how in the movie you could tell they can't, you know what I mean, like they
hold on, your connection breaking up. What was good? Say it again. You might have to go back out. Hold on. Okay, say something.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, they made him look super. Yeah, they made him look super European. I don't know if that was supposed to be like subliminal on how the European, you know what I mean, people go to people's lands and just
colonized,
like
just took over shit.
Facts.
Yeah, they just took shit over, man. I mean, look, and I actually had a bar based on this movie, where I said, God, no God, right? And this is when he was in front of the lady about to kill her, and she's like, God, no. And he's like, God, no God. I said,
yeah.
Yo, that right there was one of the coldest bars I heard in the movie, man. Because he actually like looking around, like he's telling her, like, ain't no God here, ain't no God finna save you. And then he commenced to killing her ass. That was cold. Like these was heartless, ruthless vampires, man. Sinner, you know what? Sinners is actually dope. Sinners is dope. I think it was more like, I want to say action, kind of like action packed than scary. It did have its scary moments, but I think Michael B. Jordan did a wonderful job. And I think his presence just is like, it supersedes the character, if you know what I'm saying. Like he was obviously the brother got bit. The brother had got bitten by the lady, and he became a vampire. And even though he was scary, it's like it still had the anti to that, because his twin brother wasn't a vampire. So it's like you kind of feel like the good is gonna prevail at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? In Sinners, and at the end of the film, he actually survived throughout those generations. He still was around. Like, you know what I mean? Like the what was his name? I forgot which one was the vampire, Stack or Smoke.
I haven't watched Sinners yet.
You gotta watch Sinners. Midnight Mass. Okay, yeah, Midnight Mass. Fire. It said not horrifying. Loso BX said it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't think it was. I don't think Sinners was a scary movie. You know what I'm saying?
Midnight Mass is a fire movie too.
I can't lie. I wasn't really a big fan of Sinners. You have to invite the vampires in. They messed up with that part, bro. Like, you gotta invite them in. But that's actually part of
vampire
lore.
Mythology, mythos.
It's mythos. It's like they can't just come into your house. You have to say. In fact, there's a vampire film called Let the Right One In. It's literally called, because you have to give them permission to come into your home. And then once they get permission, they kill you or turn you into a vampire. You know what I'm saying? But they're not just gonna come into your house like the Wolfman or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a werewolf just gonna bust your door down and get to you. Vampires just can't go in. I wonder why that is. I don't know. I gotta dig a little deeper into that. Figure that part out, man.
You have to maybe
Is
Maybe
Tay
it's
Rock part of Vampire?
He knocked on the door and be like, "It's me, bro. It's me, bro."
Y'all niggas is stupid. Y'all niggas is stupid, man.
Hey, look, I could see that him knocking on the door. It's me, bro. Can I come in?
So you
It's
have to
me.
invite the devil in,
Yeah.
not vampire. Oh, that's a bar.
But look,
That's a
we
bar too, no.
I think it's like a metaphor for like you got to invite evil into your life.
Yeah, it's a metaphor. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Like you can't, like you have to allow evil to be in your presence. Yeah,
Facts.
for sure. Yeah. So, man,
Nigga scared.
man, listen. these vampires. This movie to me I think this was the scariest vampire movie there is. You know, I know like Interview with a Vampire was kind of drawn out, had his dope moments. Lost Boys was actually kind of scared, as that was kind of scary. I like Lost Boys. It's definitely a classic, but in terms of just sheer like raw killing, like I don't think like no other, I don't know if no other vampire movie compares to this in terms of just like the death sequences, the kills, and how bloodthirsty these vampires actually were, man. And even the one guy that was in a jail cell the whole film, like he was weird as hell.
Hey,
You know
that dude
saying?
always plays weird roles in movies, like
He might be like that in real life.
right, like yeah, he like every movie I've seen that guy in, he always plays like some weird inbred role or.
He said, "Bro, did they invite the vampires in on 30 Days a Night?" And I'm not sure. I don't think they had to invite them. These were some different. That's why I was saying this one is set. This is why this one is like it stands alone to me. This one is set apart. It's almost like I liken this to 28 Days Later. Because normally throughout the zombie genre, you had the George A. Romero zombies that's just like brains, and then that was for generations until you seen 28 Days Later, where these damn
and then they were running.
They are running, literally chasing you at full speed. That revolutionized the zombie genre to me. That's why 28 Days Later is a classic. And I might review the newest one. I think it was 28 Years Later. I've seen it. I personally think it was the weakest of the three so far. I didn't like it, but you know, but again, these vampires necessarily didn't have to be invited. They like fuck your invitation. We here to kill. Like nigga, what's up? Where y'all niggas
I
at?
ain't gonna lie. Living up here, this movie, it had me shook a little bit. You know what I mean?
I see. No God. Look, really said no God. This is what I said. That's why I said that's one of the coldest lines ever. I actually use that as a bar. You know what I'm saying? So, as a matter of fact, let me find it in my phone. I said this in a battle. That's how cold that line was. That I used that shit.
No doubt.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, so I think 28. No, I said 28 days. I think 30 Days a Night was really the scariest vampire film for me personally. So, like, what you had up there? Which ones did you have up there, Trauma, on your top three?
30 Days a Night, Interview with the Vampire, and Nosferatu.
The newest one or the original one?
I haven't seen the new one. I like the old one, like the old black and white joint, like just the story behind it. It was an epic story.
That actually was like the birthing of all the vampire movies. You know what I'm saying? That was like, you know, Dracula and all that shit came like after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find this bar of the phone. 13 Ghosts is fire. And you know what's crazy? And actually, we're gonna put that on the stream this month too. So we're gonna do the 13 Ghosts review. You know, I'm gonna do a lot of the classics. You know what I'm saying? Said the new one wasn't bad. My man B, I was just thinking about you, Beezy. For real.
Be salute.
Standing on spooky business. Yeah, man. I gotta slide you a couple dollars, man. Got some work, man. You know what I mean? Don't say nah. Yeah, the new one wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It wasn't. It's I liked the vampire. I liked what was his now? He had it. What was his name? It wasn't Nosferatu. He had a name in the film. Tall ass vampire, man. He was fire. Like his design, he was fire. I will give that. I think maybe Robert Eggers maybe made that. But yeah, that was dope. But the movie itself just wasn't. Yeah, man. Yo, Tim Bar was good over there in the UK. Shout out to all my motherfuckers over there, London. Yo, hey, don't forget, we our joint, man. We about to be over there, bro. So don't, you know what I'm saying? So hit me. We'll get to the Evil Dead. Yeah, that's crazy. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all them the George A. Romero classics, man. I don't think there was ever really a dope Wolfman movie for real.
A Wolfman movie?
A Wolfman movie. Like vampire films have always been more popular than werewolf films, even though werewolf films theoretically are supposed to be like more scary than vampire films, because it's like vampire films deal with themes of love, like Dracula. He's been dead for centuries, and his wife, his bride died. He want to come back. You know what I mean? So yo, the great yo, what's the deal? American Werewolf in Paris.
What's happening? What's good, man?
What's good? We good. We talking about 30 Days a Night, man. You know, I know you up there too in Alaska, so you know this is a classic vampire film for me. He said Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah. That was fire. Oh, Stack was the vampire. Okay. Yeah, what's good? What you think about 30 Days a Night, Greg?
I'm gonna be honest, G. I'm not big into the horror genre, bro.
Oh, okay. So you ain't see this one?
I haven't seen. Boy, if I told you all the ones I haven't seen, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I get it. You're not into them. You know what I'm saying?
It's for me, like, I don't like when the shit is way too predictable. You feel me? Like most horror movies, they open the medicine cabinet, when they close that motherfucker, the killer's behind.
In the mirror.
You know what I mean? Like, or some shit like that, bro. It takes away from the suspense of it all, because you kind of like, after seeing the first 2, 3, you're like, all right, I know what's gonna happen. And she gonna open that shit, and when she close it, somebody gonna walk behind her, somebody gonna be standing right behind her, or something like that. You feel me? So,
and look, the best ending to a movie ever was a horror movie.
And what you talking about?
The Mist.
I knew you was gonna say The Mist.
But that's the greatest ending.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
Any movie ever.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. And yeah, we're gonna get to The Mist too this month. We're gonna get to The Mist for sure. Rise of the Lycans was fire. Underworld series, they mentioned that. They also mentioned Dust to Dawn, Be Easy, and yes, that is up there with one of the greatest vampire films ever. But I didn't. Me personally, I didn't mention Blade or Underworld, because I feel like those are more like action-packed vampire movies and not horror vampire movies, and so that's why I did not include those. Dust to Dawn is dope. Twilight, that's like a love story, so you know it was dope though. I seen the Lycans versus the vampires, man. I seen the damn werewolves. What was it? Edward and the other guy. I forgot his name. Huh?
Jacob. Edward and Jacob.
Oh yeah. Facts. Yeah, man.
I don't know nothing about that.
See, you don't know. Yeah, you don't even know, bro. Fright Night, fire. That's actually was scary. Fright Night was scary.
Are you gonna be watching them on stream or something?
I might play some clips, on starting Monday night when I do the next stream, you know what I'm saying? So it'll be on here when I'm gonna do this whole month. It's the whole month of October. We doing these every night. So I'm will be playing some clips, but I did just want to get y'all thoughts on what was y'all favorite vampire movie or Dracula movie.
Okay.
To me, 30 Days a Night is the best one, just because of how raw and dark this shit was. There was like really no happy moments. This was not like a feel good movie at all. This shit was all like tension and terror, and they did it right, and they did it in a perfect setting, which was Alaska during the polar night. That's why it's obviously the title was 30 Days a Night. So it was like the one thing that can kill these vampires is not gonna show up for a month. So they got their full power. Normally when you watch vampire movies, that the Dracula or the vampire always gonna die when the sun come up, and they fighting throughout the night. They running from them throughout the night. Then a minute the break of dawn, they miraculously break the window and a ray of sunshine comes in. And then the vampire starts on fire and he's screaming, and then it goes off, and then they won. But see, on this one, none of that. Ain't no sun, nigga. Y'all on y'all own out here. That's what made this stand out. That's why this shit was fire. And yes, Vampire in Brooklyn was dope. It was dope. Hellraiser is my favorite horror franchise. Well, he's my favorite horror character. Pinhead is.
Pinhead, yeah.
He's not my favorite horror franchise. That would be Saw. And Jigsaw, like Tobin Bell's like a fucking hero of mine. I gotta get him on this string. I swear to God. I think I've been trying to get at him for like 2 years. I gotta get Tobin Bell on here. That's like one of my dream interviews. That man, like, he's just so genius, bro. But yeah, Pinhead is my favorite horror villain. Because he got bars. He got bars. He didn't have more bars than Candyman. These motherfuckers like spoke in like poetic nature. They wasn't like saying dumbass one-liners like Freddy Krueger. And of course, Jason and Michael Myers, they never said shit. These niggas never said nothing for 40 years. These niggas, they've had an entire career and a legacy and never said
a word.
Said a word. Facts. They never said a word. You know what I'm saying? Chucky got bars. Chucky got some funny bars. I think Chucky will be like damn near like Solo. He be saying dumbass shit for real. Like that's Chucky. But like Pinhead, him and fucking Candyman, them niggas like Lux. Like the way they be talking to niggas before they kill, they dropping bomb. I'm like, damn, why is this nigga talking to this nigga's soul like this? Literally talking to niggas' souls, man. For real. But we definitely got to do the Saw franchise, which kind of got watered down like after 2. They did finally pick it up at the latest one, which was Saw X, Saw 10.
How
the one
you feel
before
about
that,
Spiral?
I just was saying the one before that was Spiral with Chris Rock. No. Yeah, y'all could have did without it. They definitely could have did, and obviously, and they didn't even continue that storyline either. They still have room to do so because the killer got away at the end. But yeah, that wasn't good at all, man. They kind of, they do it with all the horror franchises. Once they make some money off the first 1 or 2, then they just milk it. And now it's lost its original lore. It lost all the things that made it dope. Now it's just trash, and now they just putting them out, just throwing them out. And then these be the ones that could go straight to the fucking Walmart DVD bin for the $5. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, and they did that to Hellraiser. They messed that all up. And then they did that with Freddy. Freddy, the first Nightmare on Elm Street was actually fucking scary. Like it was scary. He wasn't playing games. Second one was dope. Once they got to like the Dream Master and and all them other ones, now he
Dream
started being
Warriors,
funny.
all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dream Warrior. Now he's funny. Yeah, now he's just like saying stupid. This nigga killed the nigga with he get a Nintendo controller.
He said, now you're playing with power.
Yeah, great graphics. I'm like, what the?
What?
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I'm sitting here like, y'all messed Freddy up, bro, because y'all took him from being like a serious a literal nightmare to now he's just funny, and they did that with Chucky too. Like the first Child's Play, like he was like Charles Lee Ray wasn't no fucking joke. Now Chucky funny as hell, bro. He just like y'all made him a joke. Then he had a fucking son. His son was a punk. Tiffany was all right. Tiffany was all right. She was a little gangster. You know what I'm saying? But they messed up the whole Chucky series. Yeah, it's just too much shit going on with it. That's why horror movies ain't really scary no more, because they milk them and then they take the seriousness out of them the longer they stretch the franchise. So I hate
seen
that
The Witch,
part.
Danny?
Which one?
The Witch?
Yeah, I seen it. I think that was might have been Robert Eggers too. Like he be making some little dope shits. The Witch was actually one of them slow burns that pay off in the end. You feel me?
Facts. Like it kind of gets spooky as you go along. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's hard. That was hard. That was dope. The last great, I would say, great horror film, and it wasn't that really scary, but it was in a realm of Hereditary, which was Weapons. So I don't know if you've seen Weapons. It's about the kids. All these kids came up missing in the town, and yeah, you gotta watch it. It's like the latest, greatest one, because they ain't shit been dope for a long time, man.
Weapons,
Weapons, yeah, Weapons is fire. Leprechaun, man, that's another nigga who they, you know what I'm saying? Like they took the premise of a fucking leprechaun killer, and then now he's smoking weed with the niggas in the hood. Then this nigga leprechaun in the hood.
Left in the hood.
Think he went to space or something. Yo, let me tell y'all niggas something too, man. Stop taking horror films. If a horror film starts off on Earth, don't take it to fucking space. They took Jason. Remember they took Jason to space?
X. Yeah.
Jason X, bro. Why is you going to?
They're gonna do it with Michael Myers. Watch, they're gonna do it with Michael, and they're gonna do it with Freddy.
Don't do Halloween in space, bro. If like you might as well just put that on Tubi. Like don't make it like a theatrical release or straight to Netflix. Nah, put that shit on Tubi, because that's just how it's gonna look. It's gonna look one of them dumbass spaces where I draw the line. Myers, that's a fucking fact. Left in the hood only. Well, yeah, Faces of Death, but that was like real shit. That was real. Faces of Death was real shit. That's real murders. So that wasn't like a horror movie. It was like, wasn't a snuff film, but it's just murders caught on camera. So it was like that. You wasn't supposed to be watching. How old was you? You ain't even supposed to be watching that shit anyway. Like, for real.
I think there was one household in our neighborhood that had the Faces of Death, and we all used to go over there and watch it.
I seen all them shits, man. And I think you become like desensitized to that shit after a while, but it's like some of that shit be like shocking. And I seen one where the guys, I think they was trying to break into like a car lot or some shit. It didn't like it was like Dobermans, like 5 Dobermans got him and ate his ass alive, in like right there on camera. And his home, I think his homie got away. His homie left him, jumped back over the fence, but he couldn't get away. Dogs tore his ass, like ripped him apart. I'm like, damn. I was like, damn, bro. He said he's 43. So I'm 45. So yeah, you shouldn't have been watching Faces of Death when that shit came out. I shouldn't have watched it either, because we was way too young to be seeing shit like that. For real. Yeah, man. Poltergeist as a kid was scary as fuck. Damn, that was scary. It definitely was. Yeah, Poltergeist was Carol Ann, and then there was another one called House. House was another one that was scary, and there was one called Basket Case. Like, I don't know if you've seen Basket Case Trauma. It's like well, a white guy, he's got like his brother was attached to his side. Like his brother was a deformity, was a monster. He was attached to his side. Yeah, you gotta see that one. It might look corny and weird now, but back then that shit, that shit. I remember the Mexican guy got shot with the 12 gauge point blank and he screamed, ay, ay, ay. Damn, yeah, he said Basket Case was a trip. Yeah, the TV scene was classic. Basket Case was a trip, man, for real, realist. Slide accordingly. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, these vampire movies haven't really been super like impressive because I like a lot of times they try to change them into love stories and things of that nature. But I do want to see vampire films get back to being scary again. I mean, I think that's like the whole purpose or premise of vampires in the first place. So all this love story shit they doing with them and making them funny, and I guess because vampires do all have different personalities. Like, some of them are funny, some of them like are self-aware that they are the living dead, and they make light of it, and that's
all that is.
Yeah, that's why they have so many different types of vampire movies. You know, you have Vampire in Brooklyn, you have Blade, so you can be the action hero. You could be like this guy Marlo on 30 Days a Night, who like is just a straight murderer. There's so many different ways you can go with that one. Yeah, we need a fire vamp horror. Yeah, that's facts. We do need one. The like I said, the werewolf films by Ben Loso.
Yo, we forgot one. The one where they kidnapped that little girl and everybody think they kidnapped the little girl, but then she a vamp.
Damn, what is that?
Remember, that shit was kind of horror too, you heard?
What is the name of it?
I don't know, you heard?
I gotta look it up. What the hell?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm being the bushes. I'm gonna look it up.
All right, for sure.
Come on, Loso. You supposed to come up here with the answer, not, you know what I mean?
Nigga, you come on here talking about you don't even watch scary movies.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Gray. Look, you on a panel about scary movies and don't even watch them.
I'm here with the homies. I'm chopping it with the
homies. He said just chopping it with the homies. I'm just showing some support.
Nah, I dig it. I fucked with it.
I fuck with it, man. For real. But I was called Abigail. That's what he talking about. Oh, yeah, I'm about to do it. Got to review Abigail. But yeah, y'all got to check out Weapons for sure. Be Easy be knowing his shit, man. That nigga Be Easy, that nigga, that's a smart dude, bro. Be Easy, a smart dude for real. Yeah. So, Greg, what was the last scary movie you watched?
Ghost Dad.
You talking about horror, or like, are we talking about suspense thriller?
Yeah, well, if it falls into that, yeah, like it might fall into the same category.
Probably The Visit.
Is that the one with the kids?
Yeah, with the grandparents, and the grandma was like, "Oh, why don't you get inside the oven? You have to get inside the oven to clean it."
More suspenseful than scary. Right. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. Like that. Those type of movies. What was the one with Nicole? I think what was it? Nicole Kidman? Is that the one? Okay, the one where they was ghost the whole time.
The Others.
Yeah, it's like shit like that. It don't be scary. Just have a dope little twist at the end.
The Others, is that the one where they were like in that cabin? And
they was dead.
People outside, but it wasn't nobody, like people with masks. Was that?
Oh, that's I think you talking about Strangers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You talking when they had the mask on? Yeah. As a matter of fact, Strangers chapter 2 just came out like the other day, so I'm gonna check that out when I get a chance. No, I might gotta look about the Frighteners. I might have to look that up, but I know I used to watch all the scary anthologies like Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt. There was a show called Monsters, all the Twilight Zones. I used to watch all that. Yeah, that's the type of shit I be into, man, for real. That Loso, you been in the booth. Children of the Corn is fire.
Nope, never.
Children of the Corn is actually fire. That's actually more scary than a lot of these scary movies because the thought of kids, killer kids, like they running their own show, they running their own camp, like they got factions and leaders and yeah, bro, yeah. The Children of the Corn is that's why Mace and Big L, Cameron, them like they named their you know what I'm saying? They named their group after that shit. Let's see on Band Lab. Yeah, Vicky be on Band Lab every night. Yeah, Trauma, you gotta record with Vicky too, man.
Got you.
You gotta send her, you know, she'll send you the vocal, she sings, she'll rap. Like Vicky, she go hard. She in there right now recording.
Yeah, I got you.
She built her own, built her whole studio and shit. But yeah, so we back on here Monday night. I'm finna get ready to fly to Buffalo. I gotta go to Buffalo for the weekend. Danny Myers versus my man Outlaw, the one rounder. My man Steam's on the card, Luke Castro on the card, a few others.
Hold on. Outlaw. Not outlaw. Not
well,
that.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know because I don't know which, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which. I only heard of this, the only outlaw I've heard of. So I don't know. If he's from Niagara Falls, New York, then that's who it is.
No.
If he's not from New York, then that's not the same one you thinking of. Killer Clowns is classic from I got that t-shirt.
I was about to be mad as hell.
Did you battle Outlaw?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, if he would have been able to lock that in before me, like, what? Nah.
Oh, I don't know the one you talking about.
OTR Outlaw, the nigga who be battling on OTR and shit.
I don't think that's him. Nah, this dude is he from Niagara Falls, New York.
This nigga look like Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, man. So anyway, good looking for y'all pulling up, man. I'm gonna see y'all on here Monday. We doing this shit the whole month in memory of my man Paul. Rest in peace, Paul. I'm gonna do the Halloween Scream stream for you this whole month, man, every year. So I'll be back Monday night. I'm gonna hit this. Yeah. I'll hit my phone, bro.
Got you.
Greg hit me.
Yeah, man. Hey, Danny, answer.
Nigga, I got my phone on. Where my phone at? Hold on.